meditationonline.org. If anybody ever asks about lineage too, you can go onto that website, and my lineage is there, and all the teachers that have given me the okay to teach, from Kempo Norgye, Kenshin Sewan Gyatso, have given me permission to teach, and then also Lama Karma, Lama Yeshi Karma Dorje here in Taos, and I think that should be enough. So that hasn't come up in a long time. Somebody talking about the lineage. Lineage is very, very beautiful, of course, but I'm not enthroned as a lineage holder anywhere. I'm just a regular person with no rank. Okay. And so The Way of Abiding, of course, this is the 1998 publication translated by Richard Barron, Chökyi Nyima. And remember, this text basically outlines the way of abiding, which is in our 10-minute sessions. What are we doing? We're keeping our eyes open. We're relaxed. We're sitting here, letting our energy, we're turning attention from like projection, like headlights, turn it in on itself. Okay, everybody can do this right now. We can abide in the presence together. Keep the body still. Notice the pure presence of the mind. And let it be like space rather than like projectors. Let the mind be like space. And then the body can truly abide like taking a bath. You can holistically include your entire experience, your entire state of consciousness. So if we had a magic chamber that we could stand in, and as soon as you stand in that chamber, everything self-regulates, and then you leave the chamber. This is like pure presence. The way of abiding is just being here, absorbed into pure presence, into spaciousness, as spaciousness. And so thoughts have nothing to do with this. Analysis, concepts, they can't touch this. All right, so the first great Dzogchen Samaya of this book is ineffability, beyond concepts. If we strangle ourselves with concepts, you can feel it somatically. There's a contraction in your brain, in your body, and the thoughts are leading you around then. The concepts are dictating your reality. Reality must be like this, and if you say otherwise, I'll be offended or I'll argue with you. But here you can say anything you want in open awareness. The words are in this awareness, in this presence. Any thought we could have is in this presence. And let's say I have a strong sense of me. I'm sitting here right now, enlightened. Then just by leaving that be, like I am so enlightened, it's not even funny. And I get this strong feeling of me, right? Maybe I build it up a little bit. I'm probably more enlightened than the Dalai Lama. Probably better than Guru Rinpoche. And so now it gets heavier and heavier. Let's say I have a habit of propping myself up to be better than others. Well, in the 10 minutes of effortless abiding, in the way of abiding, I would just leave that here, that whole feeling of me being better, me being the one. I would leave that here. Let it sit in space like awareness. And then it will soften on its own. All this contraction will release, and your mind will be spacious again. So everybody, do you see this purely present awareness right now beyond words, beyond thoughts? Okay, then let's stay here for a moment and see how quickly it takes to be pulled away from it. Still with me? Let's throw some thoughts in here. What happened to you today? What are you so worried about? Why aren't you enlightened? Those are all thoughts right here in the presence. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's get into the text. All right. What was that? Who knows? I think I was being channeled by an alien. So let's that is the way of abiding. Oh, I know where I was going with that. So the first has the four samayas: ineffability, openness, pure presence, and oneness. So I was bringing us into ineffability and openness and lost it and came back full circle. So here we are. And let's explore the Tantra without letters, known by many different names. Tantra without syllables, the unwritten Tantra, and many others like that. It says, the pure enlightened intent of imperturbable rest that is like the ocean is not some apparent phenomenon, nor does it cause anything to appear. It is not empty, nor does it exist as emptiness. It is not mere lucidity, but the realm of supreme lucidity. It is not mental laxity, and mental agitation is absent as a matter of course. It has never wavered, does not waver, and will never waver. It has never varied, does not vary, and is beyond all variation. Behold the supreme method of resting, which is not brought about deliberately. Do not try to complicate or simplify it. This unique state of imperturbable rest is not one of holding still, yet there is no going beyond it. In secret, timeless awareness, which is like an ocean, rest in basic space, in timeless, spontaneous vastness that is not created. In this great ocean, whose depths are difficult to fathom, behold the pinnacle of the victory banner that never falls. Mind, in its essence, is ineffable, the supremely uncontrived kaya, not produced. It is victorious over all deliberate attempts to produce it. Never having come into being, it is uncontrived an imperturbable rest itself, unaltered by apparent phenomenon. It is not contrived by ordinary consciousness. Abiding in the sky of the nature of phenomenon is revealed to be enlightened intent. And for those people into the Buddha Dharma, this would go hand in hand with the second of the Eightfold Path, like I always say, where you have right intention after right view. So the Eightfold Path starts with right view. And so when you're abiding in awareness, your intention is natural and uncontrived. So then your speech, your action, your livelihood, your effort, your meditative concentration and wisdom is all kind of derived, inseparable from the view, from right view. So it says another implication that can be discerned is that the natural state of utter relaxation is supreme openness. Like an easygoing person who has nothing more to do, body and mind rest in whatever way is comfortable, without tension or looseness. Awareness is an expansive openness, like the clear sky, abiding within the realm of the basic space of phenomenon, not uniting with and then separating from it. So there, everybody, you have instructions on Dzogchen posture. Rather than interpreting the 7 points of posture or the 7 points of Vairochana as they're known, you can interpret here the 7 points in a more relaxed way. So you still have the 7 points of posture, but you're beginning to reinterpret them so that your disposition is not too rigid or too loose. This way, your body, your nervous system, the channels and the winds and everything can self-regulate. This is why the scriptures talk about Dzogchen being superior to physical yoga and pranayama, kumbhaka, and practices like that. Because when you're resting naturally, there's natural resolution, even down to a cellular or particulate level. And I know you have to verify that. You go in baby steps and use your inductive reasoning to verify that, well, if tension came out of my neck and my shoulders, then the tension of a conditioned self can also release into open awareness. Every karmic seed, every karmic imprint, all this conditioning can release within this pristine aspect of mind. Where does this pristine aspect of mind come from? That's just more kind of analysis. It never has come from anywhere. It will never go anywhere. So it says, like an old person whose task is complete, one is content. Body and speech are at ease, and mind is utterly relaxed in its natural condition. Thus, objects and mind are free in their non-duality, naturally abiding in openness, dharmakaya, awareness that is empty yet lucid. And in that context, lucid means cognizant. So if I'm sitting here in open awareness right now, there's a knowingness. There's a knowingness that I just said there's a knowingness. There's a knowingness that I just said that there's a knowingness that there's a knowingness. And there's a knowingness that I just said that crazy stuff. So the knowingness is always permeating all aspects of experience. If I have tension in my neck right now, that knowingness is just like space. It's not going anywhere. But it's a very powerful lucidity, which is on a spectrum of creativity. So just like when you go to sleep, let's say you could slow everything down. Before the dream even gets made, there's a blank canvas of cognition. That would be pure cognition, pure lucidity. But then that lucidity starts to make a forest or a mountain or something like that. That's the child of lucidity meeting space, Dharmakaya, right? Empty yet lucid. Okay, very good. Thank you, Yeshi, for taking the time to get that right and facilitate everything. Thank you, everybody who explored the text today. Nice hanging out with you once again, as usual. And are there any final thoughts, comments, questions before we check out then? I love you too. I even love the haters. Without them, we just wouldn't be yin and yang. Okay, everybody good? No final thoughts? All right. Great. Keeping this Dharma thing going. I appreciate you all so much. And clean it up a little bit for the new people, man. Jeez. All right. We'll just take a moment of silence for the dedication. Excuse me, one second. Leo, the talks get posted on you. These get posted on the YouTube channel, okay? All right. So let's just take a moment of silence then. Any realization, any merit that's come from this, their beings in this presence or suffering, and we give it all to them. And deep bow to you, my fellow yogis. Have a beautiful day. See you.